Hey there, it is Saturday, October 22nd, and it is time for our weekly daily word games. First things first, happy birthday to my youngest, who turned 9 yesterday, and my oldest, who's turning 16 today. So, yeah, I have a 16-year-old. Um, they're celebrating by sleeping, which, you know what? That's how I like to celebrate too. Um, but yeah, so, um, don't have much to say. Don't forget about my Patreon. I am inching my way toward the requirements for monetizing my channel, but I'm a ways off still. If you want to help me with that, one of the things you can do is watch any of my longer form videos that you haven't watched. All these weekly ones, any GeoGuessr videos, my streams, all of that, because I need to get my watch time up to 4,000 hours, as well as 1,000 subscribers. I have 857 last time I checked, so it is growing, but it's slow. I don't think we're gonna make 1,000 by Halloween like I wanted. But even when I get to 1,000, I still need the 4,000 watch hours. So even if you just put the video on and let it play in the background so that it counts as a public view, that would be super, super helpful. If there are certain videos you really like and you could share them on your social media or whatever, that also would be super helpful. So those are ways you can really support me. Um, Always, of course, your likes and your comments help as well. And then there's the Patreon. If you have a few spare dollars per month you don't mind throwing my way, certainly is most appreciated. Those of you who are already members, thank you so much, as always, for your continued support. It really means a lot to know that people want to support me this way. Yeah, so come hang out with me on Discord. I announce live streams over there. We chat about random things sometimes. And of course, you can hang out with other favorite content creators while you're there. So that's it. Today, I think we'll play Quordle, Wordle Peaks, Symble, Notwordle, and Verticle. So let's do that. All right, so for Quordle, I have a set of suggestions from Cable, who is very excited about the start of basketball season and would like me to start with Hoops Start Again. I know Cable is a 76ers fan. Shout out to Philly. By the way, speaking of Philly, there's a new season of Somebody Feed Phil, which is one of my favorite little sort of documentary shows. Sixth season just came out, and one of the first city he goes to is Philadelphia. So that was neat to see some familiar places. Anyway, highly recommend that show. It's on Netflix. There are 6 seasons. He's the creator of Everybody Loves Raymond, and he just travels around the world to different cities and learns about their local cuisine and meets local chefs and eats. It's really fantastic. If you love food and you love travel, and it's very, very warm. Um, it's a sweet show. He's a really sweet person, and it's very, very respectful and very, very sweet. So it's just one of those really, like, you know, you want to get away from something heavy and just see somebody enjoying life and enjoying food and see some places you haven't seen. It's really great. Anyway, sorry, Philly 76ers hoops start again. Here we go. That is not a bad start. Look at all those yellows. In fact, top right, starting and ending with S and T, and we have, do I have all 5 letters? It's Saint. Wow, nice. Okay. That did not, however, help with anything else because it wasn't new letters. But you got to start somewhere. So, is this something like that? Like bison? That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. And then top left, I have 3 letters. Second letter is not O or A. I still haven't used E, though, which is a little funny. I wonder if it starts with T. And then over here, starting with H, there's a T in it. And I don't know anything else, but I know a lot of things it isn't, so I'm wondering if I can use that. Somehow. Let's see. Like hutch? No. Oh man, wow. What letters are in this word? I really thought I had it. I did place the T in the top left word, and there is a C in it, so that's actually helpful. There are vowels in it. They just aren't. Is it octal? Yeah, okay. I still don't know what's in this bottom left word, though. It must have, well, it probably has an E. Where does the T go? Oh, the T is fourth. It's placed. There's no H. Did it end in Y? Hefty? Hefty, hefty, hefty. Yes, nice. All right, thanks for the suggestion, Cable. If you would like to suggest a 2 or 3 word start for Quordle, you can leave that in the comments. I keep track, and I try to use them basically in order they were received. I like a thematic start, so 3 words that go together somehow. But also, if you give me 3 words that have basically the same 5 letters in them, I'm not going to use it. I like to have a chance at winning, you know? So this was a good one. This gave me a lot of letters, so that was good. All right, let's take Hefty over to Wordle Peaks. Not the worst possible start. Hefty, hefty, hefty. By the way, Hefty, I do like them better than Glad. Sponsorship? No. Let's see. Higher than H in the alphabet. Maybe R? Or it could be, like, I could do like ST. Kind of like that idea. How about steep? Awesome. Okay. SHE. How about shell? Okay. Let's see. SHE. Could be chic? I don't see anything else, really. Yeah, nice. All right, I'll take that. Works for me, and we'll take chic over to Symble. Okay, the purple hexagon. I mean, I'm assuming that the flames are grays because I don't think there's a word that starts SHEI besides shake. Maybe there is. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna assume the purple. I'm gonna assume the purple is yellow. I guess ending in K isn't that unusual, but let's try ending in E, and otherwise 4 new letters, and just see what happens. How about prune? Oh, okay. So the purple is actually green, and the yellow is yellow. That's interesting. I think. Oh no, wait. No, it could still be that purple is yellow, but it has a different ending letter. Or it could be that yellow is yellow and it does end in K. It end in RK. I'm going to try that. Maybe. Put the U second. Guess that was right. Like, I'll just guess quark for my 3rd word. Of course that's a reasonable guess. Although it was, because once you have a Q and you need a vowel next, I mean, not a Q, a U, and then you need a vowel, it does narrow it down a lot. But still, that was kind of a jump to get from maybe it ends in K to I think it's quark. I'm pretty pleased with that. I guess I'm taking quark over to Notwordle, which is not a fantastic starting word for this, but it could be interesting to see what happens. Oh gee, the score is too high. The word is too common? How is the word quark too common? Wow. Okay. If you haven't seen this game before, I have done it the last several times, as well as I've done a few standalone videos, but I will explain it again very quickly. You're looking for a 5-letter word, just like in Wordle. It gives you clues that are not Wordle clues. hence the term Notwordle. It gives you the Scrabble score for the word you guessed, and then lets you know if that score is too high or too low. It lets you know if you need to go alphabetically toward A or toward Z. And when it says that, you have to keep in mind that it could be like the third letter is too high or too low. So like think about looking up a word in the dictionary, whether you'd page toward A or toward Z in the dictionary. And then it gives you how common or rare the word is based on some kind of a Google algorithm, which I don't understand how to use, because saying the word quark is too common, this must either be an extremely bizarre word, or the way it decides what's common and rare is way different than the way I do. This clue is if you were playing a word ladder game where you're changing your word to the answer word by changing one letter at a time and creating a valid word each time, it would take you 10 steps to get to the answer word. And then here, if any of the letters would be green in Wordle, it tells you how many, but not which one. If there are no greens, it tells you how many yellows there are, but not which ones. And if there are no greens or yellows, you get 5. It tells you it's 5 grays. So none of these letters are in the answer word. And we need to have a lower score, but that's not very surprising. 18 is pretty high with the Q in there. So I think it would be hard to not make a word that has fewer points, except for the time a few weeks ago when it was jazzy. It was 33 points. But typically speaking, it's going to be much lower than that. So we want to go earlier in the alphabet. I'm going to go to maybe L. Not exactly splitting the difference. Maybe G. I like G. We'll do that. So how about... Oh no, there's no R. Maybe G's not great. Let's see. Huh. No R. The only words I can think of have R in them. I don't even know like what that's about. How about goose? Repeats the O, but I'm curious to see. All right. Oh, I got 2 greens. That's good. Score too low, too common, go toward A. All right. So earlier in the alphabet still. Higher score. I mean, the lowest score you can have is 5, so 6 is pretty low. But I got 2 greens. I wonder which ones are green. I'm going to guess the E at the end is green. That's pretty common. Let's go to C. I'm going to do chose. That's an interesting guess. Okay, so none of those 3 that repeated were right. That means it's the G, O at the beginning that are green. That's odd. But then what? I need to go earlier in the alphabet than goose, but keep the G-O? Interesting. Okay. Lower score. G-O... Maybe golly? I think I'm right. I think that's it. Yeah. That was pretty good. I didn't think I'd get it that fast. I'm pretty happy with that. 3 or 4 is really good. Did you get, what, 10? Yeah. All right, I'm very pleased with that. Golly gee. And I guess we'll start vertical with golly. So golly is more rare than quark. Doesn't surprise me it's more rare than goose and chose, but... Okay. All right, so Verticle, it's by the same creator as Notwordle, and I really like it. Verticle, you're playing just like Wordle, except you guess a word straight down, and it tells you about the first slot of the word. So if you imagine the word was written out down here, and you had an L, if you had written golly horizontally, the L is not first, but it's in the word somewhere. So if you'd put the L here, it would be yellow. So now we need a word that has an L, but none of the other letters that I guessed. The L could be third. It also could not be third, and there's only one L. But let's try it second. Let's try plate. Okay, so this tells me the L is second, that if I had played plate this way, the L would be green. And there is an A in the word, but the A would be yellow if it were in the second position. So that's good. What about clamp? Oh, there's no P. Clack. Okay, so A is third. So what I know is the word is something like that. Read horizontally. So what can come before that? Okay, maybe a B, B-L-A? B-L-A is good. Bland? No. Wow. Okay. Still have S and F that can come before L. Flare. Yeah, nice. I really like this game. I think I'm pretty good at it. I don't know, that just popped in my head. I was like, oh, I know what it is. Awesome. All right. Well, I hope you all are doing well. Thank you again to my patrons, especially my Explorer tier patron, Shannon. If you go to patreon.com/geogesser, you can see the available tiers. There's the $1 or choose your own amount monthly tier, and there's the $5 a month tier. So I don't ask a lot. But you know, I put a lot of time and love into this channel, and so I really appreciate when sorry, I just stopped talking. I really appreciate that is recognized. So thank you so much. Yeah, have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you next week for more daily weekly word games, and tomorrow for my usual daily shorter videos. Bye for now.